everybody, welcome on Zodiac, welcome. So basically, in this wonderful card game that I'm going to be playing is the $3 poker game. Now watch this, okay? Do you ever heard about Magic Trick? Okay? Now, I'm not a very good, magic musician, like as a magician, right? The way of this is, I put every card, every suit in this whole entire alphabetically, right? We have the ace, king, queen, jack, 10 is like a royal flush, spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs, and you know. So we have hearts, diamonds, clubs, and spades, right? We have four suits. Now, while that this is going to be basically a whole entire deck of at least more than 52 cards, there's actually 104 cards altogether. Now, basically 104. That's basically 52, right? So 52 cards plus another 52 cards is actually 104, right? That's how it is. But the way of this is about this trick of this whole entire these cards. There's a pile up of this. You see it as one fulfilling. You think that okay, well, let's do the magic trick. The magic trick will figure out what's happening in this situation, right? Now you always know about me doing the Zodiacs, right? I'm doing the Zodiacs as my way of doing it correctly, okay? Now Zodiacs is going to be on your left side and Togacs will be on the right side. You're not confused about it, That's how I'm going to now do that. But the way this is, if I do it the correctly, once you get a royal flush, you take a picture of it on your phone and you show it, right? That's how it goes, right? So in theory, if you make a royal flush, it's the hardest one to get, right? So 0% to a million odds, you try and make a royal flush. The second part is that if you make a straight flush, that's the second best, right? It does, right? So in this whole entire portfolio that I have, the royal flush is first, then straight flush is second, four of a kind is third, and full house, flush, straight, three of a kind, two pair, and a high card. That's what it says in this little instruction booklet kind of here, like this little thing that I'm showing you. So the way how this is, well, I'm putting 104 cards because there are two different decks. One is red and one is blue. Okay, you see it as this whole entire box. One's red here, one's blue here. Okay, now they're both the same as in the same cards. Okay, this is how it goes. But the way how doing this magic trick, it's very insane. Okay, it's very how it's gonna be. I'm gonna shuffle all the cards up. If I don't know what my opponent has or I'm gonna have, whatever it is, I'm gonna go through what's happening. A magic trick is where you can see it, but it's gonna be like wild, bizarre, right? It might basically think, well, this is not a magic trick, not yet, but you never know, right? You never know. I might have a royal flush today or not, but it all depends, right? So this is how it goes. But if I'm shuffling at least 104 cards all together, and they're being shuffled, they're being, the way how this is how it is, right? So we have a mixture of between the red cards and blue cards at the same time. And there's at least 104 cards altogether, right? Now, the way how I'm going to shuffle this correctly, and the way how I'm going to see what's going on, I'm going to figure this out. Now, you know how the dealer button, we're going to figure out who's going to go first, right? We're going to figure that out. Well, we're going to see it in my own direction, okay? Now, doing a magic trick, you have to see it in your own eyes. You're going to figure out what's happening through a whole entire mixture, right? If you have a different suit, if you have the same cards, that's how it goes. But if I try to do this magic trick in a good position, and you want to see it, get ready for it, okay? Because it could be interesting, right? So it's like you're going to say to yourself, like, oh my lord, like, Zodiac is doing a magic trick. Yes, it will be. So, but 104 cards, right? And they're both the same. they are both the same as it is, right? So this is what's going on. But 104, okay, 104. So as I'm doing this lovely magic trick, I hope that you all like this video. Please give a like, please a comment if you want. But if you see me a little bit fantastic and make myself all happier, it means that I'm doing something right and very logical as it can see. So this is how it is. And when I'm doing a magic trick, this is going to be happening, right? So this is how it is. I know that this video might be longer than I expected, but the way how this is going to be very interesting indeed, right? So we have 4 aces, the same as the 4 aces has the ace of hearts, both of them, king of hearts, queen of hearts, jack of hearts, 10 of hearts, the same thing, right? So it's going to be very interesting, but 104 cards, okay? 104. So, you know, it's going to be believable, and this is how it is. So this is the way it kind of is at the moment. My lord. My lord. Okay? So we're going to figure out who's going to go first. And it's all about the magic trick. It's going to be very interesting indeed. So remember, Pogots will be on your right side, and Zodiac is on your left side. Do not confuse about it. And about the points, they're in the side of the how it goes. But this is what's going to be in this whole entire opportunity. Okay? So we're going to start with what's going on. Okay? So here we go. So let's start with this whole entire situation. So we have the blue card versus the red card. We have a red card on top of this deck here. So let me figure out what's going on. So I just shuffled all these. So we have the 5 of hearts here for Zodiac, and we have the 9 diamonds for the Pogots. 9 high is only killing the 5 high because Pogots will go first because they have the 9 diamonds, right? So it means that I'll go last, and everything is going to be a magic trick, okay, in this whole entire situation. It could be, but you never know, right? You take a standing point. So we have a red card on top. So we're going to see what's going on. Now we're going to get a blue card, and then we're going to get a red card, and then we have the blue, right? So we have 3 blues, 2 reds. We have 4 reds and 1 blue. So do you see that? Yes. So remember, Pogots will be on your right side, so Alex is on the left side. So let's see what the Pogots have. So we have the 3 of clubs, ace 10 of spades, or 3 10 of spades, ace of hearts, and and 10 of diamonds, right? So we have spades and a pair of tens. That's what the Pogots have, okay? Now, I have 3 blue cards and 2 red cards that I can see. I have 6 of diamonds, 5 of clubs, 9, 7, 2 of spades. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a great hand. But remember, I have 104 cards, so they could be the same. It could be very interesting, but this is going to be very interesting indeed. So here we go. So it's going to be very interesting indeed. The flop is king of clubs, 3 diamonds, and 9 of clubs. Now Pogots have top set with a pair of 3s, okay? Now I have a pair of 9s right now, and I burned 1 blue. Now I'll burn another blue, make it another red to make it 7 of hearts. Now I got 2 pair. Pogots still have that top set still. Another blue, and then 8 clubs. So now I got the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 high straight, right? If I use the 6, 5, I have the 9 high straight. Defeat the Pogots' top set with a pair of 3s. So I move ahead by 1 point. Pogots got 0 points, okay? So you can see that, right? Because I burned at least 3 blues. Okay. Now I'm going to do it again. Burn one blue, burn one red. So we got one blue, one red, one blue, just like a pattern. Flop is 8 of hearts, ace of clubs, king of spades. The turn. Turn is the 5 of diamonds. And 7 of clubs. So I have the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I high straight, right? So if I use the 6, 9, I have the straights. Now it's 2 points for Zodiac, 0 points for Gods. Right? Now I can mix them up if I do. But let's see. So I'm gonna burn at least. I don't usually burn, but I will. Burn means to discard cards. I'll do 3. So I'll do 1, 2, and 3. And then we have to do the flop. So 2 blues and 1 red again. The flop is 6, 9 of hearts and 7 of clubs. So I have basically 3 pair. Any 9, 7, or 6, I'll get it. Pogots only have, basically they have a straight draw. And then I burned a 2. Another red is an ace of diamonds. And then we have a king of hearts. So now the Pogots have a pair of aces, but Zodiac has 6s and 9s, 2 pair. Right? And I have at least 9s and 7s, 2 pair, right? So that'll be 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 points for Zodiac, 0 points for the Pogots. Do you see how the Pogots are losing? Yes, it is, right? It's all based on how this magic is. Because everything is all piled up, right? Everything is all interesting, right? So you think, okay, well, everything's gonna be fine, yes. But remember, 104 cards is a lot, right? And you think, well, you know, there's a question to my viewers and saying, Zodiac, why are you having 104 cards? Well, you know what? This is a magic trick that I'm doing. And you have to see it, right? So, well, I'm ahead by 3 points. Pogots have nothing, as in 0 points. That means that I'm still in the lead. But remember that if you have the same hand, you have the same hand, right? So let's do this again. Pogots will get 5 cards. So yes, we'll get 5 cards. So let's see. Pogots have 3 reds and 2 blues. And they have the Queen of Hearts, King 3 of Spades, 4 of Clubs, and 4 of Diamonds. That's not bad for them. And they only got 1 suit. I have 4 reds and 1 blue. That's what I'm revealing. And then I reveal the Ace of Spades, 9 of Spades, 6, 3, 2 of Diamonds. Right? So they already got the 4 of Diamonds. But I can easily make it in a different way, right? Remember that this is like how it is. And you think why I'm using the magic trick. It is magic. In my own portfolio. So let's see. So the flop is 4 of hearts, ace of diamonds, and 5 of clubs. Now Pogots have tops with a pair of 4s. I got the straight. Now this is like a 50-50 chance, right? A straight is ahead. Pogots only have top set with a pair of 4s. The turn is an 8 of diamonds. Now I got a straight and a diamond draw. Pogots only have top set with a pair of 4s again. And now we have a blue card coming out. And we got a 6 hearts. So we have basically 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 high straight. But against Pogots is top set pair of 4s. So now it's 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 points for Zodiac, 0 points for Pogots. Right? Do you see I'm winning in this magic trick already? Yes, it is. So we have 2 blues and 1 red. And the flop is 4 spades, 7 hearts, 9 clubs. Now pogas have tops with pair of 4s again. I basically have a straight draw, and that's fine by me, right? So I need a 5, you know, to make a good hand. The turn. Oh. The turn is the queen of spades, right? So now the pogas have top set with a spade draw. But then I got a spade draw and a straight draw without their top set. Last card, 2 diamonds. Well, I believe that pogas have tops with a pair of 4s, but then I missed because I only have, you know, my straight draw. But I missed because I only have a pair of 2s. So when I have the 2 diamonds here and I have the 2 diamonds there, it's the same, right? It's the same, right? But this is how it is, right? And the cards are actually all mixed, okay? I didn't tell you that, but that was like almost a trick there, okay? So the pogas man is gonna be going up by 1 point. So 1 point for the pogas and 3 points for Zodiac. I'm still ahead by 2 points, okay? Now I'll do this again. So I'm going to burn at least 3 cards again, as in discard. So I'll burn 2 blues and 1 red. Then I have 1 blue and 2 reds. And the flop is 7 of spades, 8 of hearts, and 6 of spades. Now I have an ace-high flush draw. Pogas have a king-high flush draw. They also have a straight draw as well. But let's see. I'll burn 2 and I get a red card or blue card, as in another 4 spades. Now I have an ace high flush. Pogas have top set. They have a king high flush as well, right? So that's how it goes. I'll burn 1. King clubs. Now do you see that the ace high flush kills the 4s, right? Do you see that? Yes. So remember that this is all mixed, right? Now I'll do it this way. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 points for Zodiac, 1 point for pogas. See? So you see it as a different perspective, right? You think that, okay, well, this is how it goes. Yes. Because in theory, it's based on your own gut feeling if you win or lose, right? It all depends when you have it, right? So a few more with this magic trick that I'm doing, right? And you can easily give this perspective, right? It's the way of how it is. So remember, if you have the same cards, you can easily think that you have, you know, for example, if pogas had more cards than you, or you can do exactly how it is. That's how it goes. But you can see it, right? There's more reds of the cards than less blues, right? It's funny, right? So you see it, but everything's all mixed, right? It's the way of how it goes, right? Because you think, okay, well, this is how it goes, right? So you see it. You think that, okay, everything's fine. Yes. So let's see. So let's say, so Zodiac has more cards. Pogas will have less cards. But let's see, right? So pogas only have 4 cards. Zodiac has 7 cards. Now, you see it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 reds and 3 blues. Now that's a different combination, isn't it? Yes, it is. But remember, everything's all mixed, right? So I have the 8 diamonds, 5 of clubs, ace of spades. That's not bad. Now, I have the queen of hearts, ace, queen 3 of hearts, and 4 of clubs. So I got clubs, 5 4 clubs, ace of spades, eight of diamonds, and ace, queen, three of hearts. Right? So that's what I have, a pair of aces. That's not bad for me. Pokeguts only have three reds and one blue. Pokeguts have the six of clubs, ace of diamonds, jack of hearts, and three of spades. Now, you think that everything's all mixed. Yes, it is, right? So, we're going to figure this out. Now, I can't make a royal flush draw because I only got the ace, queen of hearts, and Pokeguts have the jack of hearts. Okay, so that royal flush is out. I also have the 5-4 of clubs, but the Pokeguts have the 6 of clubs, so I can't make a straight flush there. So let's see. So burn one, and here comes the two blues and one red. Flop is ace, king of hearts, and 8 of clubs. Now, do you see it as a wonderful combination? Yes, because now I have three aces. Like, all the aces are gone, okay? But remember, this is all mixed, okay? Now, if I have top set with a pair of aces here on my hand, I have top set with a pair of aces in the royal flush draw. Well, not really, but I'm going to get to the point. Pokeguts only have a pair of aces, but top set with a pair of aces defeats their ace. Do you see it? Now, turn card. Turn card is the queen of diamonds. So now I got two pair, aces and queens. I also have the three aces. Pokeguts have the ace as well. And then we have a blue card that represents the three of spades. So do you see this? Yes, Pokeguts have aces and threes. Right? Like three spades was the same cards. Ace, they have the ace, right? Ace of diamonds. Ace of hearts comes up. Because I have top set with a pair of aces here. With a pair of threes. Okay? So it kills the three of a kind, kills the two pair of aces and threes. Do you see that? Yes. So 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 points for Zodiac and 1 point for the Pokeguts. Right? Do you see I'm still winning? Yes. Right? Now, let's see. So I actually discarded three cards. I'll do it again. So burn one card, and then 1, 2, 3. So I have one blue, one red, one blue. And the flop is 4 of diamonds, ace of clubs, and 8 of hearts. So now I got another ace. Right? So now you think, okay, well, enough with aces already. Yes. But technically, I would not say this. The ace of spades is the unluckiest. Okay? Now, what that means is that where you have the ace of spades, but it's very interesting. So, in my hand, I have tossed with a pair of aces. I have few straight draws. 5-3, if I use 5-3, I need a 2 to make a straight. Pokeguts only have a pair of aces right now, with jack high, right? The turn is a 10 of hearts. Now, I missed my royal flush draw earlier. Now it shows up where I have the ace of hearts, queen of hearts, with a flush draw here with a heart draw. Not bad though. So I'll burn another blue card, right? And then I have a red card, queen clubs. That kind of misses of the Pokeguts because they only have a pair of aces again. I have top set with a pair of aces again. Right? So 3 of a kind defeats their pair of aces, as in the Pokeguts. So that'd be 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 points for Zodiac, 1 point for the Pokeguts. They're still the same. Now all the aces are gone, I think, but we don't know. Remember, the ace of spades is the unluckiest. So I'll discard 3. Because I'll do different flops. So I'll discard the 1 red and 2 blue. And then let's see. So we have 2 red, 1 blue. And the flop is 2 of hearts, 2 of hearts, and a 9 of diamonds. So both of them have the same card, right? Now you don't know, like, you're going to say something, why do you have the same card? Well, because This is all about magic. It's a magic sequence, right? So if you have the same card, you have the same card, right? Now I'll discard 2 cards to add 1 more. 9 spades. Now it's almost like a full house on the board. Almost. We need another 9 or another 2 to make a full house. We could have another ace of spades to make another full house. That's how it is, right? Burn 1. 9 spades. Now you do see a full house on the board, right? Isn't that magic? Yes, it is. So if you believe in the magic trick, with the 2s and 3 of a kind with a pair of 9s, you have a full house. Full house on the board. With aces and 9s with the 3 of a kind is a full house, right? But this is all about magic. When you have the 2 same cards as the 2 hearts, 9 diamonds, and 2 of both of them are the 2 of 9 spades. Both of them is like that. Like a full, like, you know, that's how it goes. So you can see it, right? So you see, okay, well, this is how it is. But remember, I'm still ahead, by the way. So it must be at least 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 points for Zodiac, 1 point for the Pokegods. And there's only 5 points down by the Pokegods. I'm still way ahead. They are behind. Do you see the combination? Yes. So it's like, this is how it works, because you see it as a different perspective, right? You see it as a wonderful feeling, and you think, well, you know, me having at least, you know, the same, and having it as a full house on the board is kind of very intriguing, right? So you see it. But this is all about a magic trick, right? It's about how you can promote your own way about knowing what to do, right? You think about, okay, well, if you have the magic trick, you see it, right? And it's the same, right? Every card is the same in the suits, I mean. Like the hearts, the diamonds, the clubs, and spades. Now, let's see. So, now the Pokegods have more cards and I'll have less cards. So let's see, right? So everything is all mixed up. So, let's see. So yes, we get 4 cards. Pokegods will get 7 cards. Now, Pokegods only have 4 reds and 3 blues. Do you see that? That's how it goes. And then you can see it in a different perspective. Now, let's see. Now the Pokegods have 5 of clubs, 8, 6 of diamonds, Queen of spades, 7, 3 of hearts, and 5 of clubs. They have the same suit. Remember? They have the same suit. So they could use the pair of 5s to make quads, right? If you have 3 5s, you can make like a 5 of kind. I don't know that's in poker terms, but you know what I mean, right? You see it. So they have hearts, diamonds, and clubs, right? Well, they only have 1 club, but you know what I mean. They only have hearts and diamonds, okay? 1 club, 1 spade, right? That's what Pokegods have. I have 4 blues that I have 5 of hearts, ace, 9 clubs, and 9 diamonds. Now this is interesting. I have basically ace, 9 clubs. Well, they don't even have clubs. Okay, let's say that, right? They only got 1 club, 5 clubs here and 5 clubs there for the Pokegod's hand. I have the 5 of hearts here, that's what I have. But then the Pokegods have the 7 3 of hearts. We don't know, right? We don't know how it's going to be, right? So let's see. Let's see what's going on. So I'll burn 1. That's in the right card. And now it's 3 blues coming out on the flop. Flop is 2 4 of hearts and 7 spades. And you think, okay, well that's good. Yes, it is. Pogas have a top pair in the flush draw. They have a hard draw and a straight draw. I only have ace high, and I got a pair of nines. Right? That's how it goes. The turn is another spade. Now there's two spades. So now no one doesn't have a spade in their hand. They only got one spade. That's what the Pogas have, the queen spades. I have basically, pair of nines, pair of twos. I have two pair. Pogas still have that flush draw and straight draw still. And four spades shows up, right? So we have fours and twos. So fours and twos, it does kind of fit their fives and their fours, or their fives, their twos. But then I don't see a combination for them. I don't even see it, right? I have nines and fours, nines and twos. I have two pair. So I'll move ahead. 6 plus 1 is 7, right? 7 points for Zodiac, 1 point for the Pogas. Right? Do you see how the Pogas are still losing? Yes. Now, I'll burn three reds. Now I'm going to burn one blue. And here's the second flop. The second flop has 2 reds and 1 blue as the card. Flop is ace of spades, ace and 8 king of clubs. Now, this is interesting. I have top pair in the flush draw, as in club draw. It's not bad for me because I'm good at this, but I only have a pair of eights right now. So it's not bad so far. The turn. Turn is another ace, remember? If they have the same suit, they have the same suit, right? So there's another ace of spades. Now I got 3 aces in the club draw. That's not bad for me because I have a 3 of a kind and a club draw, that's fine. Pogas have a pair of 8 still, but they are like between 50-50 chance right now. Last card is another ace. 3 aces. Right, so now we got 9s and aces for a full house. Yes, you do see it, right? Because it kills the 5s and aces for their full house. Pogas. So now I'm up to 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 points for Zodiac, 1 point for the Pogas. Right? That's how it goes. So I can see this. Now I'll burn at least 3 cards again, as in the 3 blues. Now I'll do it again. 1 red and 2 blue. And the flop is 6 of spades, 6 hearts, ace of clubs. Now I got a pair of aces with a pair of 9s. Pogas have a 3 of a kind with a pair of 6s. This is a good chance for the Pogas because they have an opportunity. They can easily get me as they would, but that's how it goes, right? So I'll burn 2 cards, the 2 blues, and then 1 red is coming out. That's the 10 of hearts. Now, they have a 3 of a kind and a semi-high flush draw. They also have a straight draw as well. So if there's another 9, I'll take it for a full house. But if there's a heart on the board, they'll take it. Right? That's how it goes, right? The last one is a 10 of spades. They are safe because they have a 3 of a kind with a pair of 6s and a pair of 10s. Defeats my 9s and 10s. 2 pair, right? A full house takes it because they use the 3 of a kind, a pair of 6s, defeats have the 10s, and it kills the 9s and my 10s. 2 pair, right? 3 of a kind will do it. I did say about a full house earlier, but there was no other 6 there or anything like that, right? So that must be it. Pogas will take it this time. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 points to the Pogas, 9 points to Zodiac, right? I'm still ahead by 7 points now, right? So you can see it as a wonderful feeling. You think that, well, this is very interesting. It is, right? So I'll do one more. and hopefully I'll get comments from all my viewers who are out there and say, okay, well, thank you for the lovely magic trick. Yes. So here we go again. So we're going to do this one more time. And let's see. Let's see about this whole entire magic trick. So I'll do 7 cards again. Pokers will get 4 cards again. And then when it's their turn, it's the big finale. Okay? So I'll do this. Now, do you see the difference there? So I have at least 1 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red, and another blue. So I have 2 blues, and 5 red cards. That's a lot, right? And thinking, okay, this is very interesting. Yes, it is. So let's see. So remember, if I got the same ones, then I do. So I have the 7 clubs, 4 diamonds, 6 ace, king of hearts, 6 of diamonds, and a 9 spades. So I got 6 4 diamonds, ace, king, 6 of hearts, 7 clubs, 9 spades, right? That's what I have. I'm thinking, okay, this is how it goes. The Pogots have 1 red and 3 blue. So let's see. And Pogots have the 6 of spades, 9 hearts, 6 of clubs, and jack of diamonds. Now, as you can see, both players have 6s. So 6s in Zodiac's hand on the left side. Pogots have their 6s on the right side. Now, I think that, okay, the 6s are gone. Not just quite. We're going to figure out what's going on. So let's see, right? And there's a 0 to 49% chance to make a royal flush. It's the hardest one to get. So let's see. So I'll burn 1 blue, and I have at least 3 red cards. Flop is 10 of spades, 10 of hearts, ace of clubs. Now you think, okay, well, both players have a pair of 6s. They're in the lead, yes, but 1 heart. So the 10 of hearts is like almost half of a royal flush. You need a queen of hearts and jack of hearts to make a royal with your ace, king of hearts. That's what I have. The turn. So burn 1 blue, and there comes another red card, I think. Yes, was it? Yes, another red. Sorry. Add 2 of clubs. So now we both are still ahead. As in the Pogots and myself. So pair of 6s, pair of 10s are still ahead. Pogots have pair of 6s and pair of 10s are ahead as well. Last card, I burn another blue, and there's another red coming. Is a 3 of diamonds. So both players will think, okay, well, we're both ahead. Yes. Pair of 6s with a pair of 10s. Pair of 6s and pair of 10s. Both players have 2 paired together, right? That's so cool, right? Now, why is it cool? Because both of them have the same hand. 6s and 6s, right? Pogots have 6s. Zodiac has 6s. That's just how it goes, right? Now, while I'm staying at 9 points, Pogots are going to move up. So they were no longer at 2 now. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 points to Pogots. 9 points for Zodiac. I'm still ahead. Right? Now, let's see. burn another blue, discard, and I have, so the flop is 1 blue, 1 red, 1 blue. Flip it, the flop is 3 of clubs, 9 of hearts, and 5 of diamonds. Now both players have a pair of 9s. They have the same, 9 of hearts, 9 of hearts. I have a 9 as well. Right, you think, okay, all 3 9s are gone. Not necessarily. The turns another 3 of clubs. Now, remember, if the cards are in the same suit, they are in the same suit. And then we have another 9 clubs, right? Do you see that? Right? It's based on that. So both players have a 3 of a kind with a pair of 9s, right? So I have a pair of 9s with ace high. Both guys have a jack 9 with a 3 of a kind, a pair of 9s. They think, okay, well, we are ahead. No, we're not. They are not. I'm ahead. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 points for Zodiac, 3 points for Pilgrims. Because you can't split it. Jack 9 cannot defeat ace 9. Ace 9 kills Jack 9. Right? That's how it goes, right? So that's how it goes, right? It's a part of this whole entire way I'm trying to tell you all. So I'm ahead by 10 points. Pilgrims only have 3 points. Okay? Now you think, okay, well, the 9s are gone. Right? Every single 9 is gone. Not necessarily. You never know, right? You never know what could happen. So I'll discard at least 3 cards. So 1 blue and 2 red. And then we have 1 blue, 1 red, and 2 blue. And the flop is 2 hearts, 9 diamonds, and jack of spades. Now you think about another 9. You're thinking, okay, well, now you think all the 9s are gone. Not necessarily. Because right now, Pilgrims have jacks and 9s, they have 2 pair. I have 1 9 here. That's what I have. Now, I'll burn the 2 reds, and 1 blue, 4 hearts. Now, I have a 2 pair as well. 9s and 4s, right? With a heart draw. Pilgrims are still ahead because they have 9s and jacks. They have 2 pair. Okay, sounds good. And last one. Burn 1 red, and there's another 10 of diamonds. So, as you can see, well, I failed at this, right? Because that's funny, I failed. Because 9s and 4s cannot defeat jacks and 9s. They can't. So that means, in my own standards, is that Pilgrims are winning, right? They only got their 2 pair against my 2 pair, my lower 2 pair, right? And I missed my hard draw, by the way, I did. So that must be at least, if I do it correctly, it would be at least 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 points for the Pilgrims, 10 points for Zodiac. I'm still winning, right? So if I gather all the cards up again, gonna leave it be as in my card hand, as in my poke hand, and the Pilgrims have their poke hand. I'm gonna shuffle and see what's gonna be happening. Okay. So let's see. One more. Okay. So there we go. So I'm going to do a regular flop and see what's going to happen. So burn, so discard 1 red and then add 1 blue and 2 reds. So the flop is 6 of spades, 5 of hearts, and 8 of spades. Now, remember, Pilgrims have the same suit, pair of 6s, right? So now they have a 3 of a kind. Zodiac has a 3 of a kind. Also, I have a straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 high straight. Right? Do you see that? Interesting, eh? Now, let's see what the turn is. Turn is an ace of hearts. The same suit, right? So I have the same suit. Ace of hearts on my hands, ace of hearts on the turn. On the 4th card. Poguts are still ahead with their 3 of a kind. I have a 3 of a kind as well, and a heart draw. And then I burn another one. That's another red, and now a queen spade shows up. So now I have the straight, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 high straight. But if I do choose to go the other way around, if the Poguts have tops with a pair of sixes, I have a tops with a pair of sixes, and I don't want to use my straight, I'm allowed to, right? Then it means that both players have a 3 of a kind with a pair of sixes. I have a 3 of a kind with a pair of sixes, Poguts have a 3 of a kind with a pair of sixes, right? So that's how it goes. So the Poguts will move up by, I think they're up to 4 plus 1 is 5 now. 5 points for Poguts, 10 points for Zodiacs. They only got 5 points away, right? That's interesting, right? So you're thinking, okay, well that's good. Yes, it is. So I'll discard 1 blue, and now I have 1 blue and 2 red. And the flop is ace of diamonds, queen of clubs, king of diamonds. Right, so now I got top pair and the flush draw. I have 2 pair, right? Aces and kings, and I got the 6 high flush draw. Poguts only have, well, kind of a different straight draw, but nothing is happening for them yet. The turn. Turn cards of 4 of hearts. Now I'm still ahead because I only have the ace, king, 4, and diamond draw. That's a lot. And last card is another king of diamonds, right? So you can see it, right? You can see the ace, king, full house here. They're both the same suit, like the ace, king of diamonds, and the king of diamonds as well, on the river, on the last card. Poguts kind of lose because they only have a pair of sixes, a pair of kings, but ace, king, full house takes it, right? So that'd be 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 points for Zodiacs, 5 points for Poguts. Right, they're losing by 6 points. Now you think, okay, well that's good. Not yet. I'll discard 3 cards. 2 reds and 1 blue. And then I'll add 2 reds, 1 blue. The flop is king of clubs, 7 of hearts, 9 of clubs. Now I have the same position. King of hearts that I have, and I got the 7 clubs in my hand. Now the flop is king clubs, 7 of hearts, 9 clubs. Both are the same, but they're different in different suits. I have the king of hearts, this is the 7 of hearts. Then I have the, and the 7 clubs here, right? So kings and 7s, and they got 2 pair, kings and 9s. Poguts only have 1 9 right now, because that's how it goes. Now I discard 2 cards. I don't know why I said burn. I don't know. I love that card. Oops. There goes that card deck there. So burn 2 cards, right? I discard. Now I add another ace of clubs here. So now I have at least ace, king, 9, 7. That's a lot. That's actually 4. So any ace, king, 7, or 9, I'll take it. Last one. 3 diamonds. So now the Poguts Zodiac has aces and kings, I have 2 pair. I have kings and 9s, I have 2 pair. Kings and 7s, 2 pair. Poguts only miss because they have a pair of 9s, and we missed that. 11 plus 1 is 12, so 12 points for Zodiacs, and I think it's 5 points, 5 points for Poguts. And let's do one more. And then we will get the last big finale. So let's see. So if you understand about this magic trick, it's basically, I understand that this is not the worst, but this is a very interesting way of knowing what to do. So it's kind of cool, interesting. It is. Kind of confusing, but you will get the picture. So let's do one more. So let's see. Discard 3 cards. Add 2. Discard 1 blue. There. There. Let's see. The flop is 2 spades. Jack club, 6 diamonds. Now both players have top set pair of 6s. Both players have a set. Now, the turn. Turns to 9 diamonds. So now I got a diamond draw and we both have top set. Last one. 4 spades. So both players have top set pair of 6s. Right? That's how it goes. Right? So I have 3 6s here on my hand. Both guys have 3 6s with their hand. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 points for pro guys and 12 points for Zodiacs. I think that's correct, I think. One more. Last one. Big finale. And one more. And let's see. And let's see. Players will get 7 cards, so yes, will get 4 cards. Let's see. This is going to be a big finale. So, actually, I would count, but I already know. So we have 2 blues and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds, I think. Yes, I think. That's correct. And look at this. Players have the 8, 7 spades. 10, 5, 4, 8 of hearts, and 9 clubs. Like that, that's very interesting too, right? It's like, okay, I have hearts and spades. That's what the pro guys have. I have 3 reds and 1 blue. I have king 8 diamonds and jack 4 spades. That's interesting. Now, I have diamonds. I have spades. So I got higher spades, right? It's the way of how this is, right? It's a beautiful combination. Let's see for the big finale. 3 boards, and then I'll do a different board, and then that'll be it. And the flop. Flop is king 7 of hearts and 8 of clubs. Players have top set with a pair of 8s and a heart draw. I have 2 pair, kings and 8s, right? So that would be very interesting. The turn card. Turn card is the 7 spades. Now players have a full house, 8s and 7s. I need another king to make a full house, right? So let's see. And ace of spades, no help, no, because I just got lucky there. I just got unlucky there, I mean. Because I have the king 8, 2 pair. Pokers have the 8, 7 full house. Right? So they will take it. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 points for the pro guys, 12 points for the Zodiac. Right? So you can think, right, the 8s are gone. Not really. Here comes the second board. And the flop is ace, queen, 10, all diamonds, a royal flush draw. So if they use the king 8 of diamonds, I just need the jack of diamonds to make a royal flush. That's the hardest one to get, right? It is. Poguts only have top pair with a pair of 10s, right? That's how it goes. The turn. Turn card is another 8. Now you have, this is very interesting. I have a king of flush with a royal flush draw. Poguts have top set with a pair of 8s. They have 10 8s and 10s. They have everything. Last one is hearts. So I kind of missed my royal flush draw because I need the jack of diamonds to make a royal flush, right? It's hard ones to get. Poguts have 8s and aces for a full house. They'll take it because that's what they are doing, right? 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 points for the Poguts, 12 points for Zodiacs. Do you see it? That's how it goes. Right? Now I'm going to discard at least 3. 2 reds, 1 blue. Okay? And then, let's see what this flop is. 2 reds and blue. Flop is 2 diamonds, jack of hearts, 3 of clubs. I got top pair with a pair of jacks. Poguts have an open ender. So they need a 6 or an ace. That's what they want. I'll burn 2. And the turn is an ace of clubs. I just said that. So now the Poguts have a straight. That's very interesting. Last one. King of hearts. And I have kings and jacks, 2 pair. But Poguts have a straight. Ace, 2, 3, 4, ace. Right, so they have an ace high straight. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 points for Poguts and 12 points for Zodiacs. Right, so I can see that happening. Now let's see it. So now I'm going to do the different flop. So if the Poguts move up, fine. But I hope that everyone enjoys this magic trick. And let's see. So let's see. So discard 3 cards, add 2, and let's see, the flop is 6 jack of diamonds and 6 of clubs. So that's not bad because I got top pair in the flush draw. 1 diamond to make that royal flush draw if I can make it. The turn. Turns is 7 clubs. Now the Poguts have an open ender. They have a straight draw. I have a straight draw as well, plus diamond draw. Last one. 3 spades. Poguts have a straight because they have the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semi-straight. So that kills my king high, right? That's how it goes. So that must be 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 points for the Poguts, 12 points for Zodiacs. And one more. And last one. if you all like this magic trick, please get a like, please comment if you want. Sorry about my voice seems to be a little bit quiet, sorry about that. And a little bit too loud. But it's okay. One more. And one more. I'll do a little bit this. Right, so there we go. The last one. There we go. And the flop is King 6 7 all clubs. Right, so now the Bogas have a top pair and the inside straight draw. 5 or a 10. I kind of have top pair with a pair of kings. Not bad though. The turn. Turn is another 6. 6 diamonds. The Bogas are still in the lead. I need another king to take it. Last one. Ace of 4 clubs, and I cannot make it because I have kings and 4s. Both have the 4, 5, 6, and 8 high straight. So that must be at least 10 plus 1 is 11. 11 points for the Bogas, 12 points for Zodiac. So as you can see in this wonderful way about how to create this is my own form about making this whole entire magic trick, right? The magic trick is that I did all mixed cards up, and it was all different kinds of cards. So if you had the red card, it's a different deck. If you had the blue card, you have a different deck of the cards, right? You see it as a wonderful feeling, but you understand of how you can manipulate, and you can try to understand about how it was, right? You do things to yourself. It's like, well, this is how it was, right? So you see it as a wonderful feeling. You know how it kind of balances it out, right? So that's how it kind of goes in that moment, right? So as you can see, is that the way how this is in my own standards, that this was a lovely magic trick, and this is how it goes. So if you believe in magic, in the magic sector of what I'm doing with these cards, it's actually kind of interesting of how it is. You're using your intuition, your own mindsets, your own ways. But when you're using it, I was that close to make a royal flush. I was that close. But this is how it goes. So I hope you all enjoy it, because this is the way it works, and this is how it is in that way. I'm so sorry that this is a long video, but I hope you all enjoy it and be intrigued about it. And this is how it goes, right? This is the way it happens. So I hope you all like this video. Try to understand it. Try to give it a like and a comment if you want. And this is how it goes. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day to all, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye for now. Really, thank you, and bye.